Certainly looking forward to a full week of practice this week, and first opportunity of playing against the Buckeyes on Friday, and second matchup with a very good Maryland team that just had a great win against Purdue the other day. So looking forward to the week of practice.
You've been on a Wednesday weekend run here for 4 weeks, I think. Now you get weekend matches again. How does that change your approach, and how does it affect your coaching and preparation?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Going into the Penn State match, had a conversation with a couple of their coaches, and they were just talking about going into that was the beginning of a Wednesday weekend, and they're kind of dreading it a little bit. I think their preference is to play. Well, not I think their preference is to play Friday, Saturday. I don't know what our preference is. You know, there's pros and cons to everything. I mean, we've been going Wednesday weekend. And certainly there was an advantage of being able to prep for your second match when there's a little bit of space. But you know, I was telling them this is our fourth week in a row of playing Wednesday. The tough thing about the Wednesday weekend is that you're always in prep. You know, you're not going to have a hard practice going into a match. You're certainly not going to have a hard practice coming out of a match. You know, as far as being able to do team play and practices and being able to work on some things, in the month of October, we had 4 days of practice where we could really train, where we're not worrying about jumps. We could get into some team play. You know, it's 4 days. And so, you know, you go into a match and you say, here, this shot is something that we think you can work. You don't have a lot of, you know, you get 1 day where you're really working on that. Now go execute it in a match. Where this month in November, you're going to be able to, you know, here, we've got the opportunity of getting a good practice in on Monday and Tuesday and then Wednesday and then taper down on Thursday before you play on Friday. So from a training perspective, that's going to be really nice. You know, a lot of the things that we've been doing in matches, and this isn't an excuse or anything, it's just reality, is that, you know, very little training, now go execute it into a match, you know, like Emmy. Emmy's been playing right back, well, with very little training time. And, you know, a couple weeks ago, we made the switch where our middle back is taking the second ball. And that's cost us some points a little bit with not understanding is it the left back or the middle back that is taking that. You know, one of the things that we saw is as we've been kind of going through is, you know, we're going, you know, an outside ball and then a second tempo in the middle and then a slide to Dana in rotation one. Well, one of the things that teams have been doing is they've been shifting their middle over to Dana on the slide. One of the things that a couple weeks ago we started doing was running a quick with Madison in rotation one. It's holding their middles a little bit, but their connection isn't quite there because we haven't had the practices to be able to do. And then we started doing the same thing in row two and row three. With some practice, with some training, that is going to be really, really good. It's a little bit rough right now because we just haven't been in there. So I'm very excited. I know the team is about just getting in the gym and repping out some of these things and being able to work through it in practices rather than working through it in matches. So we're excited about November. We're excited about getting 3 days a week going into this for the next 4 weeks.
Last time we saw Ohio State in here, you had a match right down to the last point. How are they different? How are they the same from that team from last December?
You know, they've got a gritty setter that is that I think everything kind of revolves around her. I think Hughes is awfully good. You they've got an All-American middle that's no longer with their team, and I thought she was awfully good as well. But they throw a lot of different things at you. They kind of throw the kitchen sink. They serve short a lot more than most teams will do. You can always, there's a lot of subbing that traditionally they've been doing. I think they're a little bit injured and banged up right now, so maybe not quite the opportunities for subbing that is there. But they're a really hard team to prepare for, because every time that they're, because of the subbing, because they're changing things up so much, with the plays that they're running and the personnel that kind of come in and out. But it's usually a team that plays really hard, and it's a team that's, certainly in the NCAA tournament, 2 of the last 3 years that have given us, a handful. They're a well-coached team.
Kelly Bates coming close, or she's 2 kills away from 1,000. She'd have 1,000 digs and kills. Mm-hmm. Speaks to her versatility. Just some part of perspective on what she's meant.
Kelly's had a great career here. I mean, 4-year starter, 2 different positions. A kid that needs a step ladder to get to 6 foot, and she's gotten better every year. She's expanded her game. There's, it's a really small list of players that have gotten 1,000 kills and digs here. I mean, she'll go down as one of the better all-around players that's ever played for our program, and is offered a lot of stability in her senior year, and is, she's hitting over 260 with almost three kills per set and almost 3 digs per set. It's, it's just a really, really steady career. It's, really proud of her improvement and the leadership that she's given us. And, just going to go down as one of the complete players to play for us.